the Met Office, as they call it in Britain, has been totally absorbed by the climate change cult, the wokers and the climate change cult. And so they've ceased to tell you the weather, and instead they tell you we're all going to die. And it's funny, really, because you go on the BBC weather forecast website and they tell you what the weather's going to be like in 2 days. And often 2 days later, it's nothing like they said it was going to be. So they can't tell you the weather a few days in advance and get it right, but they can tell you what the climate's going to be like decades from now. I mean, it's ridiculous. And the whole thing's been co-opted. And this is the whole point, really. You know, I've been writing for the best part of 30 years about what I call the global cult, this network of secret societies with an interlocking central mission control. And as it's progressed, it came out of the ancient world, and then eventually became global, not least through that period of so-called colonization from the powers of Europe, when the cult, which was by then based in Europe, then went global when it was taking over countries all over the world. And when you had what was called independence for those countries, it was a sleight of hand. They left behind in those countries, the former colonies, in theory, the secret society network and the family networks that have gone on running those countries covertly ever since, and making sure their man or woman is in political power to do what they want. And so this infiltration has reached the point now, because it's been going on for so long, where it's infiltrated the schools and universities with this woke mentality, which is now turning out severely programmed young people in terms of their perception of self, the world, and everything, to such an extent that you've got the so-called left in politics. It's not left at all, it's fascistic, that claims to be anti-establishment, when if you tick off all the things that this global cult wants, then they are supporting all of them. They're supporting the global warming narrative, which is completely made up. They're supporting and you know, you've got to get your fake vaccine. All these things are supported by the wokers, because they've been programmed to believe in this inverted way that they're anti-establishment when they're promoting everything the establishment wants. And so it's gone deeper and deeper and deeper.